Good morning, everybody. We're out here again today at La Loma, and we're going to be doing a review of the new control disc by MVP. So this one right here, I dyed the other day when I got it. It was white. These are supposed to be a very good complement to the trail. The trail is a 10-5 -1-1. These are a 10-5 -1/2. So I do have some trails with me, so we're going to throw all these and see how they fly. And we're going to throw them in weight order so that we can see, the heaviest to the lightest and how they fly. So stick around. All right, we're going to start with the trails. We're going to throw 3 trails, throw 3 of the controls. And I'm going to go heaviest or most stable, as I think, to lighter weight. Was going to try something new today and put my drone up, but we're on a FAA flight of no greater than 100 feet because of the airport near us. So it wasn't going to give me the altitude I wanted to see everything. So we'll try that another time. We do have a slight headwind. So I'm going to start with this trail. Oh, it just turned into a crosswind left to right. All right, this trail is my newer one. It's about a 166, I believe, which is what I like to throw. No, now it's a headwind. Well, definitely a headwind. It's pulling everything. And I'm releasing on anhyzer. This is my flippy trail, so I'm going to release this one on hyzer. All right, so none of those flew the way I expected them. All right, let's go with the heavy control. I am throwing better, so maybe that's my problem with my trails. Maybe they're flying to their numbers finally. Usually they're a little more stable. That was a 172. I liked how it flew. All right, this one is a 165. That one's actually a little more stable. Interesting. That I released on a slight hyzer I didn't expect. This one is a 163. I dyed that one. Isn't it pretty? There's a headwind now. Alrighty, I'm gonna go pick those up. All right, as expected, throwing them flat, trying to throw them flat. Trails were all between 280, 310, normal. The control, being more overstable, was between about 250 and 280. So now we're gonna throw them on anhyzer and hoping they'll flex over and pan out towards the middle, hopefully. I'm gonna aim towards that little tree there, hoping they'll flex back. That one hit about the 300 mark. Oh, now we got a headwind. The wind out here is always swirling, so it's kind of a pain in the ass. That one's not gonna come back. Headwind. Now I've got two dogs out there. I gotta try not to hit. Now this one is flippy. So I'm gonna throw it more flat. If I hit those dogs, I hit them. The guy keeps throwing it in the middle. All right, that one's about 300 also. All right, let's do these controls. Anheuser. This is the heavy one. I know they're not gonna flip as much, so I'm gonna release them more towards the pole sign that's out there. And now we have a big headwind. Told you, the wind out here sucks. They hit about 275. All right, looks from here like those discs on Anheuser control might have went 300. I want to say about 280 max. Keep in mind, I'm only like a 58 speed, if that. I'm an AM, 50s. So I'm gonna get those, be back, and we'll throw them on Anheuser. All right, so throwing those on Anheuser, the furthest flying control was the medium, the 165, but the furthest flying trail was the 172. Trails were anywhere between 280, 300 again. Control was between about 275 and 290. So now, let's throw them again. All right, now, throwing these on Anheuser, we have a crosswind that's right to left, because, you know, the headwind decided to disappear. We're gonna throw these on a slight hyzer, not, you know, an extreme hyzer, but slight. The lightweight trail I might have to throw like this, but we'll see. So I'm gonna aim out to the right, hoping to come back to the middle and hit something in the middle. So I'm pretty much aiming towards the playground. Oh, it flipped up. Big time flip up. Okay. Well, let's not aim so far next time. All right, my medium weight trail, or not so flippy trail. So instead of coming out like I did, I'm gonna aim more towards the end of it over there. Oh, look at that sucker flip up. Must be a good wind out there. And that one only went about 260. All right, this one, I know I can't throw the same direction, it'll flip over. So I'm gonna throw this one more straight down the line on hyzer. It should flip up. Yep, just like that. Okay, let's go with these controls. Heavy one first. I don't think this is gonna flip as much because, you know, it's a -1/2, not a -1. So I'm gonna go back to aiming towards the end of the playground over there. That's about 280. That dog wants my discs. Definitely can use these to get around a corner if you need to. All right, everybody, so after throwing the control compared to the trail, what do I think? One thing I want you guys to keep in mind, I am an AM50 player. My max speed for throwing is like maybe 58 if I'm lucky. So today I was able to get the control max distance about 280, 300. And then my trails, of course, were between 280 and 310, which is normal for them. So the control definitely is more stable than the trail, you know, unless you're a pro, because I'm sure a pro is gonna be like, oh, it's so understable. I would compare the control from me would probably fly like a force, maybe for a pro. I throw a force in my bag and the max I can get with it in a headwind is like 305. Normally it's about 290, 280, but way more left. So I did notice that the one I dyed is flatter than this one is. This one, I don't know if you can see it or not, It's got hardly any dome, but the other one's flatter. And the one that went the farthest today was the 165, which had a little more dome, and the 172. They both had a little more dome. Would I put a control in my bag? Well, sure, why not? You know, for me, I can use it to get around corners. And it's a good disc. It feels good in the hand. It feels like an 11 speed, not a 10 speed. Grip-wise, which is one of the things I love about MVP. They're always a little thicker. So being a little thicker, they seem to fit in my hand really good. I'll be honest, holding this one, it does feel a lot like the trail, probably because they're the same speeds. And actually, even the flatness is about the same as my trails, but they just fly totally different, which is neat. So I definitely put it in my bag. I want to thank OTB Discs for hooking me up with these suckers. Picked up a couple. I do plan on putting 2 in my bag, lightweight and heavy, for the upcoming tournament I'm doing this weekend, which is Idaho State's. I'm gonna go out there and hang out with some OTB team guys and have a good time. So it's gonna be a good trip. You can get your own controls and trails and anything else, MVP, Discraft, Innova, pretty much any brand you want almost, by going to otbdiscs.com. You can use my code at checkout, which is SHIPIDO, that's one word, SHIPIDO, to get free shipping on your order. You know, basic order, I think 3 discs is about $4, $5. But if you buy 15 discs, you know, you're looking at probably $20, $30. You can save on that shipping to get it shipped to you. Also, if you like really good spice rubs and you throw some Innova disc, go over to bomberdg.com. That's Bomber Disc Golf. You can use my code at checkout, which is WILLBOMBS, all one word, WILLBOMBS, for I believe it's 10 to 15% off your order. They have some really great spices and seasonings for your food. I use them all the time. I actually just ran out of the Italian one, so I have to order some. They also have team stamped and just bomber stamped discs that are normally, I believe they're mostly Innova, but check them out. You can get some stuff, get some merchandise, you can get some apparel, stuff like that. So I want to thank you guys for sticking around, hanging out with me today. I got to clean up this stuff and head to work. So hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.